Patience. It takes the time it takes. We have the distinct privilege of taking many executive teams on a process called natural horsemanship, or what is commonly referred to as horse whispering. It's an exercise designed to unpack what the future challenges of leadership are all about and how best to respond. In the context of natural horsemanship is a process called it takes the time it takes. In other words, when you're working with a horse, you have to be patient. There's no time frame for the horse. And so in imparting the lesson that you're needing to teach, it takes the time it takes. It's a good reminder for adaptive leaders. In any adaptive process, it takes time. And so for adaptive leaders to remember to be patient as well as persistent becomes a very, very important principle in the practice of adaptive leadership. In order to practice this principle of it takes the time it takes, I'd suggest you identify a challenge that you're currently facing. Draw a timeline next to that challenge and mark the place where you started. Go back and think about when it first emerged and what the context and conditions were. Draw an end line of where it is you would like to end up. What would it look like when this particular challenge is solved or sorted out? Then plot on that timeline where you currently are. And what that will do is give you a time frame for where you started and where you need to go. Adaptive leaders become adept at looking both backwards and forwards. They don't get stuck looking backwards. That would be akin to driving down the highway looking only in the rearview mirror. That's a recipe for disaster. But you need to look in the rearview mirror to gauge the progress that you've made, as well as keep your eyes firmly on the horizon on where you're going. So pick a challenge, draw a simple timeline, plot where you started, plot where you need to go to, and plot where you are now. It takes the time it takes.